What is up, people? It's FYGP here, and today I have a video of police, actually, a couple of videos of police brutality. The first one is going to be from Germany. It's going to be two Russian guys versus two German cops. Russian guys who live in Germany, I guess. There's quite a few Russians who live in Germany, in fact. So they're presumably going food shopping, and one of them doesn't wear his mask or doesn't have a mask, and we'll see what goes on. Luckily, I know German and I know a bit of Russian as well. So let's put it on the highest resolution so we can see everything, and let's get into this video right away. For what reason do we need to wear masks and you not? Is what he asks here. Because policemen are exempt from it. Don't you understand? You can Google it. You can look it up on the internet, is what the policeman says right here. I have told you, you now leave the place. Right? He says something, yeah, internet, whatever. Like, if you don't leave now, then I'll immediately take you with me to prison. Well, into the cell. In die Zelle. Ich nehme sie in die Zelle mit. Gleich in die Zelle mit. Well, he's gonna take him to the cell if he doesn't go away right now. Is that clear? Yeah, clear. Then go right now. When I see you here again. I couldn't understand what he was responding. But when I see you again, can't really hear what's happening, but do you want to, he answered, do you want to threaten me? Do you want to threaten me? He then responds and points the finger and says, you leave now. Do you want to threaten me or what? Then he basically already grabs him a bit. Don't touch me, is what the Russian guy responds. That's the name of the Russian guy, Sanya or something. He says like, yeah, we're just gonna leave. So now, while the guy was about to leave, the policeman pushes the friend and the Russian guy, the other Russian guy who he was standing with, he pushes them from behind, and they fall right into his colleague who was sneakily waiting on the end of the corridor to beat them up. So this is what happens. I don't think you need any commentary here. This woman also comes in and actually courageously defends the two guys. I don't know if she knows them or whatever, but I mean, kudos to her. The woman says, hey, leave him alone. The Russian guy stands up, who just got attacked by the other police officer, and says, that's it, das war's, so that's it, it's over. And here you see that he was overwhelmed by these two, obviously. I mean, this guy looks like he could, probably beat a couple of people up. This guy doesn't look like that at all. He looks completely out of shape. But this guy, I'd be scared of this guy. I mean, bald and everything, right? That's it now. And then the Russian guy even says, please now. And he says, call the police. Well, I thought you were the police. He says, rufen Sie die Polizei. We need backup. We need backup. You gotta be fucking kidding. It's two guys. But the German police are such cowards. They need backup for two guys. Give me a break. It's call a car over here, like a patrol. Bring us a patrol over here. So they need 10 cops to beat up 2 guys. Give me a those cops are cowards. They are complete cowards. They just get on power trips right now due to the COVID situation, harass people who are not wearing masks. And it's not mandatory to wear masks. And nobody has fucking given them the right to do that. If I was those people, I would press charges against those cops. That's fucking assault. Those cops, if we lived in a just world, should be discharged from their jobs. They should possibly even face trial for what they did. So, you know, it's a true police state that we live in. So let's continue what's happening right here. He says my wife. So maybe that was his wife that intervened and actually jumped on the cop in kind of defending her friends or her husband and her friend. So I don't know the relationship between these people, but from what I can make out, this is what could be the case. Leave him alone, god damn it. And here actually the policeman was pepper spraying the guy to the face. Yeah, there you go. So he didn't have that on camera, but you can kind of see right here. He grabs his pepper spray again. He has his pepper spray in his hand, as you can see. And then he sprays him in the eyes. You see? There it is. He sprays the guy who's already on the ground, who is not actually attacking the police at the moment, who doesn't seem to have any intention to be aggressive. He's spraying him with pepper spray while he's on the ground. These people are horrible people. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Despicable, horrible people is what these cops are. And then he basically punches him. I mean, the guy, you can't blame him, right? He tries to like defend himself. I mean, you know how fucking mad I'd be if the cops did this to me. I mean, I would fucking beat them too. I mean, I would try to beat them too. So he tries right here. I think he even hits, but the cop from the so he kind of hits him, but falls over then, and then the other cop basically, pushes him to the ground, and there's some blood right here. Then the woman says, please behave yourselves. Fucking cops. Kudos to this guy for filming it all. And this video actually didn't give you the complete story, the backstory of this. Let's well, YouTube, how YouTube works, you can type in police brutality, COVID, and USA. I typed in, and what do you see? Some stuff from Kenya. But there's hundreds and hundreds of videos like this that I showed you before, and they're all over YouTube, but YouTube just filters them out of their search results. How convenient. So here's some NYPD police brutality. Also, basically just beating people while they're on the ground. It's horrible. I mean, but the mainstream media, they're silencing it all. I mean, they maybe might fucking report about, Kenya or India or I don't know, some country like that, right? Philippines is in this video, for example. But no, not about Germany or other countries. No, we're just gonna talk about, I mean, occasionally there's a US video. Here's one from Britain. And in Germany, right? In Germany, you actually have a 5,000, up to a $5,000 fine right now if you disobey the lockdowns, right? It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. But YouTube is just a complete steaming pile of garbage, and there's no other way to put it. They're censoring pretty much all of the police brutality videos, right? It's the only version I could find. Maybe there was a one with I looked at Jeff C's channel with a backstory as well. So I might just pull up Jeff C. So it's gonna be a mindfuck of him commentating. Wait, okay, he got the link. Okay, that's good. So this is the full video. Just gonna go through the beginning of the video, so we're gonna see how it came to this situation. Let's go to the beginning. Okay, so the Russian guy says, wonderful, good day. Actually, schönen guten Tag, he says. Then the police officer says, I would like a document from you. Papers, please. And turn off the camera. Then the Russian guy says, no. And then the Russian guy says in Russian to presumably his wife, tell them that this is for my protection. And kudos to this Russian guy. I mean, you have to keep on the camera with these cops. If the cops ever stop me, I'm gonna turn my camera on right now for my own protection. That's what it's for. I said you have to turn off the camera. He then says to his friend and I think his wife is somewhere there as well. Or his whatever, we don't know the relationships of these people, but he then says to his friends that it's for, tell them that it's for my protection. And then he translates. For his protection, what? He's giving him some documents. So they actually pull out he has a document, and he has actually a text prepared for the COVID thing, for the COVID police state. He says, I'm a human with rights and dignity, and you can fuck with me like this. Kudos to this guys, really. I want a document from you. That's what the policeman says.
Das ist eine Vorwarnung, ja? Also das ist keine Vorwarnung. Nein. Der ist ein souveräner Mensch. Der wird sich verteidigen, falls sie versuchen.
He is a sovereign person. He will defend himself if you want to assault him.
Dem Schaden zuzufügen, mit allen Mitteln, ja?
With all means, he will defend himself. He's a sovereign person.
No. So. I
would like a document from you. So he gives him. He says, he says, here's my documents. Here, and then he says, a correct document. Right. So basically, he says that's a right document. It's a true document. Here's my photo. That's my photo, meine Name. He shows some sort of card where his photo and his name are there. Right, this might be some sort of visa. Maybe we can make out what it says right here. Probably the guy's name, I guess, right there. Might be something like that. A permit of stay or something like that in Germany. I don't know what these things look like in Germany, so you have to tell me that. If you're from Germany. I want a document. Then he says, this is a document. This looks like an insurance card to me. So I think that's a valid document to hand over a police officer. So, I mean, give me a break. I don't need a personal ID with me. I'm a human. Here's my photo. Here's my name. Right. It should be enough for verification.
Name, Foto und mein Adress. Andere habe ich nicht. Mein Adress. Andere habe ich nicht.
Ja, und wir gehen auch gleich raus.
Wir gehen nicht.
Here's my address. Another one I don't have. Another document I don't have with me is what the Russian guy is saying. I mean, it happens to people. I mean, sometimes I don't take my ID with me and have like just a insurance card or a credit card with me. And you know, it's it's possible. I mean, you know, he says I don't have another one with me. And then normally the police would actually say, no, it's fine, and disappear. But no, not these police officers.
Wir stehen hier. Ich will nicht. Wofür? Warum wir müssen gehen?
Keine Maske.
I have to. Then you go with me because you don't have another, you know, you know, don't have anything else. You don't have a mask on. We have to go because you don't have a mask on.
Warum? Sie auch.
Wir brauchen nicht.
You don't have a mask on, is what the Russian guys respond. You don't have a mask on either, basically. Then the police says, we don't need one. What, are you immune to the virus or whatever?
Wieso
Ich
das
auch.
denn?
Why that? Why that? Wieso das denn? Is what the Russians kind of say in protest.
Machen wir.
Aus welchem Grund?
Nachuy blyat, which means in Russian basically go fuck yourselves, man, or whatever. But of course he's saying it in Russian, so I love that. It's great. Like it's actually something funny in Russian. Idi nachuy means go ride a dick or go on the dick, and blyat means shit. So interesting. I love the Russian language. It's great.
Alle Menschen sind gleich, nur sie
Ja,
sind
Sie,
Or then the Russians say all people are equal, right?
gleicher, ne?
gehören Sie zu ihm.
You're the right. All people are the same. Then the policeman responds, "Do you belong to him?"
Nein, ich bin
Gut,
einfach.
dann geben Sie das Papier.
No. Like,
Geben Sie das Papier und jetzt
give me the paper,
verschwinden Sie hier.
Nee,
and now
Er muss
go away.
übersetzen, Entschuldigung.
Wir haben einen Platzverweis, verstehen
Aus
Sie?
welchem Grund?
You have you're not allowed to enter this space. You're barred from entering it. You have a Platzverweis. I love how the Germans combine all of those words to, you know, sound very, very technical, right? So then they ask why. What the fuck? I mean, really?
Weil ich es
Ich
sage.
Because I say so.
brauche
Ach, weil sie
übersetzen.
es sagen, und wenn ich mal einkaufen will?
Nee.
Yeah, because I want to go shopping is what the Russian guy says.
Sie haben hier nichts
Yes,
zu tun. Sie geben
You have nothing to do here. I don't know if anybody's German here. Tell me if you've seen this card before. I mean, it looks like a picture is right here. So I don't know. Maybe someone tell me that.
jetzt bitte.
Ich brauche übersetzen. Nein, ich stehe hier.
You go away, and then the other guy says, "I need a translator."
Ich stehe hier. Ich gehe.
I stand here.
Nein.
Sie mit.
Nein,
Wohin nimmst du? Ich will nicht
Ich bin
gehen.
nicht.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you with me. Then he's asking, "Where are you gonna take me?" Don't want to go.
Du, nehmen Sie Sie. Ja,
Sie, okay.
Sie.
Okay, and then he says, because you know, you have the royal, like, you know, the whatever. In English you don't have it, but in other languages, like, you have well, you have like the sir and the not sir, right? And basically in German you have du und sie, right? You have the du, which you use to talk to your friends with, and the sie, which you use for your boss. And then the Russian guy basically says du, right, which would be without like a sir in English, to the police officer. And then the police officer corrects him immediately that you have to basically say sie to him, right, which is sir, basically like a form of being like nice or whatever.
Entschuldigung, Sie.
Sie sind Mensch.
Nee,
Objekt
wir
oder
sind,
was?
ja, ich bin Mensch, definitiv.
Ja.
Yeah, I'm human. Yeah, I'm human.
Und
Ich hätte gerne die Meldebescheinigung.
You're human. So he's looking at his documents and he says, yeah, you're a person. So I think the documents are legit.
Die offizielle.
bitteschön.
And then he asks him, wait,
Ich hätte gerne die Meldebescheinigung.
we need your kind of permits, residence permits is what he asks for, because of course they are speaking with heavy Russian accents. So, you know,
Die offizielle.
the official one, the official, as if he is gonna give him like the unofficial one, as if he gave him the unofficial one. There you go. He's looking at that's what it is, right? It's a permit. It's a residence permit, this thing. He's filling out some notes.
Nein, meine Deutsch nicht richtig gut. Ich brauche jemand für Übersetzen.
What? Wait 1 second.
Nein, meine Deutsch nicht.
I didn't understand that. It was too quiet. I think he asked him, you said you're living here, right? Then the Russian guy says, my German is not good, I need a translator.
Nicht richtig gut. Ich brauche jemand für Übersetzen.
I don't understand German really well, I need a translator.
Für Übersetzen.
Sie können nicht Deutsch, oder was?
You don't know German, or what? It's what the police officer says. You don't know German. I mean, that's pretty much, discriminatory. I mean, you could call it racist almost. Like, you don't know German when he's clearly talking German to the guy, right?
Nein,
Was machen Sie
nicht
denn
richtig
hier in
gut.
Deutschland?
What are you doing then in Germany if you don't know German? Was machen Sie denn hier in Deutschland? Right after he tells him that he doesn't know German. Racist much, right? I mean, give me a break.
Was mache ich hier? Das
What am I doing in Germany?
meine Sachen. Was mache
I'm doing my stuff. I'm doing my shit in Germany. Good answer. It doesn't fucking, it's none of their business. It's none of their business to ask you what you're doing anywhere, unless they have a reasonable kind of concern that you're doing shady shit. But obviously these two guys are just shopping. One of these guys just doesn't happen to wear a mask. Give me a break.
ich hier? Nicht eure.
Doch, meine Sache ist das auch.
It's my personal thing and not yours. And then the police officer responds, no, it's also my personal thing. So it's also his concern what he's doing here.
Noch ja, aber nicht so lang.
Still yet, but not anymore, not long.
Ja.
Ja, kommt noch später Antwort für ganze diese Scheiße.
I'm gonna answer all of this shit that you're doing right here later on.
Ja.
Ist ja kein Problem, wir können ja
okay.
hier... Ne?
Скажи ему, пожалуйста, скажи ему, что я оставляю за собой право защищать себя любыми удобными мне способами.
And then he explains to his friend, well, if you wanna tell him that if he's gonna assault me, that I have the right to defend myself.
Der wird Gebrauch von seinem Recht, sich zu verteidigen machen.
Der kann sich einen Rechtsanwalt holen.
You can take a lawyer. You can take a lawyer. Yeah, that's right. That's true. I mean, I think in the context that he was saying in Russian, read to his friend, that it is like in a legal defense way what he was meaning. But obviously, it's gonna get physical. So.
Ich brauche keinen Rechtsanwalt. Ich bin Mensch. Ich brauche keinen Rechtsanwalt.
I don't need a lawyer. I'm human.
Genau, Sie verstehen das auch.
Ja,
Die
okay.
Menschen verstehen Sie auch die Regeln, die hier gelten.
Welche Regeln?
The rules. Do you understand the rules that are here?
Ja, Regeln.
Which rules? Yeah, rules.
Ich habe universelle
We have rules here in
Regeln.
Germany.
Nicht die Regeln von, keine Ahnung, Merkel oder noch jemand.
Aber aus welchem Grund müssen wir Masken?
Oh, like what rules from Merkel or whatever is what the Russian guy responds.
tragen und sie nicht.
Why do we have to wear masks and you not?
Davon ausgenommen, das verstehen Sie nicht.
Because we are exempt.
Das ist im Internet mal lesen.
Look, and that's basically where we started. So basically, the guy produced all of the documents. He produced a valid identification. He produced a residence permit in Germany, right? and still he got attacked from behind by the police officer right here when he was actually, well, you know, here the friend gets into an altercation with the verbal altercation, if you could call it that. I mean, it's pretty mild. He's the guy just responds, "Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me?" While the police officer shouts for him to get out or else, get out or else. So it's pretty mild verbal altercation. So right here, he pushes the guy a little bit, and he's not touching him. And obviously, right now, the friend is coming and say, let's go away. Uh, and they turn their back and they're about to walk away while they're being pushed from the police officer from the back. Very cowardly, right? Into the other police officer who was just standing at the end of the hallway in order to beat them up, to encircle them. Very, very cowardly police officers. So this is the police state that we are living in right now. You got to see the yeah. I'm gonna post this in the comment section. I wanted to show you this really short video from the UK, and look at this police brutality. I mean, I really don't like to watch this stuff, but it's important that people cover it, and it's important that people stand up to this sort of police brutality. Film it wherever it happens. Wherever you see some sort of altercation, take out your camera immediately. If the police confront you, I mean, turn your camera on by default, pretty much right now, because you never know which type of police officer you come across. And the COVID-19, you know, special orders and decrees and whatever, they give the police special power. Well, they think that they give them special power. They don't really. I mean, they do technically. They can enforce quarantines or whatever. But all of this stuff is unconstitutional. All of this stuff is against the constitution of pretty much every country in the world. All of the stuff that is happening. So whenever you see this police brutality, film it, identify the police officers, you know, pursue charges against the police officers, you know, encourage the victims to pursue charges against the police officers. If you're a victim, pursue charges, fight it out in court, and hopefully get the cops fired or even sentenced for what they're doing, because this is absolute assault. What is happening? Assault on sovereign humans, on free humans, and it should not be tolerated. Look at this. I think you can even hear what they did right there. Did you see that? Did you see this piece of shit right here? He just went in with both knees and broke the guy. And broke the guy right here. This is in Britain. The Masonic black and white police in Britain, of course, with their beautiful fucking uniforms. They're not beautiful. Just a joke. This hurts. And then they just surround him with like 5 guys against 1 guy. There's no suspicion that there actually was that the guy was actually fighting the police, attacking the police. Nothing. It's not self-defense for sure. So this is really, really, really police state. This is horrible. I mean, you know, when you have police walking around in full gear, stopping people with small children, interrogating them, basically pushing away the babies from the people, and then shutting down everything. I don't know, Jeff C covered this video. I'll leave it in the description. But look at this stuff. I mean, is there necessity for all of this? For this? No, there's absolutely no necessity for all of this. This needs to go. I mean, but it's not, because the NWO wants it that way. All your freedoms are out of the window. Everything's gone. You know.
There are police officers.
Yeah, I'll leave the Jeff C video in the description. go sub to him as well. See you guys another time. It's F4GP tuning out.